All right, let's kick this off quickly. Where's the base? There it is. Okay. Oh, I have good news, I think. Let's go ahead, light it up in here. Very good. Visual storage. Talk to iGo Gaming. It's probably right there. Okay, so I feel a little bit silly. All right, so let's go ahead. We need a bunch of metal for that. I think we also want a small pantry and a couple shelves. So we do need a whole bunch of wood. So that's what we're going to go do then. Um, let's try, you follow me, and then stop all. No, that's not what we want. Well, it kind of is. Let's check. We don't need all of this stuff. I do want that one though. Okay, so we're going to take Parasaur for sure. And probably the two... Let's actually take Parasaur and Carno. And the reason for that is just for a little bit of protection, but wait. So we'll leave the raptors here. Let's go ahead and see what we can do about this. Hopefully we can hit the water. I think we'll be hitting the water. Very good. So we need to find a place where we can get stacks of metal. Okay, you are going to stay. We're going to go ahead and say stop all. And stop all again because apparently you don't listen. Okay. Let's see if we can go get some metal then. Alright. In ASC, I knew where there was some metal that was in a somewhat safe location. And so that is going to be the goal in the next 30 minutes or so, is to get maybe we can get 600 metal. That would be 300 ingots, which is a pretty good amount. So let's quickly. No. Not following raft. Let's do this. Let's go ahead. Alert settings, disable. Okay. There we go. I wish... there's no way to go faster in here. Alright, we got Wreck-It Raptor there. Oh, Wreck-It Raptor. I forgot to explain who that is. Wreck-It Raptor is our new raptor. After we finished the last one building the base, I was just doing some cleanup and organizing, kind of restocking some inventory, and a 120 raptor showed up. So we actually have a breeding pair. They're not going to be phenomenal because it was a 120 and what, like a 55? Something kind of low. But helpful. So that's the goal, is helpful. Okay, we actually want to be somewhere there. So we're going to risk it, and we're just going to go straight for it. 24 on that Carno. If we can get a higher level Carno, we have what we need to tame something. I just don't know if we're going to be able to tame something. Something did just jump out of the water, or was that the bird landing? There's a fish on our left, bird on the right. Okay. Terrifying enough. Oh, we got a cat locked in here with me, so you might hear Doof, short for Doofenshmirtz, meowing a little bit. Not usually too much of a whiner, but if he's hungry, he might. So, we'll see. Alright, more birds on the left. Yeah, another bird. Is that the one that lays the golden egg? I don't really know what those are for. Oh, we do also have some crops now. Crops did start growing, which is really exciting. What is that coming out of the water ahead? It looks like just a shark. That's okay. I've never been much into kibble, and maybe we don't need kibble except for taming herbivores, because I can never remember the recipes. Okay, let's check the map. How are we doing? Come on. I'll get it eventually. Okay, we're actually nice and close. Good. So we have a box here. So we've got something to store things on. So that'll be helpful. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to ride you. We're going to have you follow. Let's see if this map is similar enough. That's not going to help us. Alright. Should be up on this mountain. There should be a couple metal nodes. This is closer than Herbivore Island. But it will be more dangerous than Herbivore Island. What was that? That was weird. Thank you. Okay. I hope this is the right spot. It should be. Oh, it might be this one over here. Huh. I think it is that one over there. Yep. Let me look. Let me look. Huh. I think it is this one. We've got a little more traveling to do. Okay, back down we go. That's okay. Maybe it'll become daytime by the time we get there. I think Carno can take care of Troodons, which are more active during the evening. But I do want to be able to see what I'm doing. Okay. Piece of cake. As long as I can get out of the water. Can I make that turn? Can I get over that rock? Nope, bumped the rock. Alright, straight across we go. We need to go around this next little bit. Let me turn on a fan. It's a little warm today. Oh, what was it? Huh, okay. Just a fish. Carno's health is up to around 900, so still not phenomenal, so he can't really take a beating. But we're going to have to do what we can. This area would also be a good place to stop, because there should be a couple explorer notes. So we might sneak in here. Get a little closer. And take the Carno in, just to try to beef him up a little bit. Nope. Nope, not that. I want you. Alright. I think it's in between these rocks. There's one right there. Okay, saber-tooth salmon. And I'm fairly sure there's more than one in this area. So if we can hit both, or even more than that, that would probably be beneficial for our Carno buddy. Of course, at the same time, I'm hesitant to put too many into him, because he did just start as a level 10. Actually, what we need to do is, yeah, pump up his stamina too, because that's rough to use 300 stamina so quickly. All right. We will definitely go on another Explorer note run, maybe after we get a good Raptor bred up, so we have more reasonable stats to use to run around on. We'll probably make a couple of them, a couple of the Raptors, but we will take one and try to get a couple good notes so we can really pump those levels up so we have a good strong alpha. And then we'll just have a couple that maybe don't have the notes. Oh, but this stamina is the problem right now. That's probably where that is. Nope, that's where we came from. Okay. Let's go and climb back on the raft. We should be right over here somewhere. Yep, here we go. One will be okay for now. It's not phenomenal, but 2 levels is helpful. And I'm sure we'll get a couple more. Wish there was a couple small things we can go in and kill, get some extra XP from them. But it's a start. We've got almost, what, 440 seconds. How many? Is that 5 or 6 minutes? Let's see, 60 seconds. 120 would be 2. So 240 would be 4 minutes. So we've got almost 10 minutes of bonus. So that's not terrible. So we'll just kind of let it be. I also needed to check. What is our level? 68. We're doing pretty good. I don't think we're going to do any more weight. We can carry 300 ourselves. So now we want to start with other stats that we might want. More health, more stamina. We want to be able to run and survive. Let's do a location check here. We want to go there. Yeah, that's all the way around this cove here. So we'll try to get the health up to maybe 300, stamina to 250 or so, which I don't think we're that far away from either one. iGo Gaming says we don't really need crafting skill, but I don't know about that. Perhaps we don't. Maybe we just create the mind wipe tonics, and we might do it the easier way and get a special crafting potion mod so it gives me one and done. So we can go ahead and craft, and then all our stats will reset automatically rather than having to redo it, just for simplicity's sake. Oh. No, don't attack that. I didn't know I could do that. Okay, this, there. Alright, straight ahead. I hope this is the place. I hope the other one was not the place, because then I'd feel really dumb for going to the wrong one. If it is not here, then we might go ahead. We're not terribly far away from Herbivore Island. We might go ahead and sneak over there, grab metal, and maybe an Anki. I wonder if that would be a good play. It probably wouldn't be terrible. Yeah. See, there's the island already. Huh. Alright. Let's try to get a little more. We've only got a few minutes left. Dang. I can't see. No! Okay, I did kill it. Okay, that's good. Okay, good. Not a ton, but probably helpful. Alright, we are going to go ahead and try to mark on the map. We want to add a waypoint. Add a waypoint 0. And we're going to call it Raft. Maybe not. Okay, this one will be called Raft. Good. Okay. Now I don't know which one was with which. There we go. Alright, into the jungle. Ooh, the jungle. I don't know if I can kill that guy. That looks like a metal node. Alright, very good. Let's do this. Let's set that on our belt. Alright, well, we get a level up. And Perry, you happen to have a pretty high weight, 1,000. So you are going to be our primary pack animal. And I think in Evolved, if I'm at the right place, getting to the top of this little mountain here, come on, I can't see. There should be an Explorer note, but this train is quite different than what I remember. So I don't know if we're going to get what we want out of this trip. Perry is completely gone. Let's do... Oh, there's Perry. Let's go ahead and track Perry real quick. Just so that we can see where Perry is. Here we go. This looks a little better. Okay, good. Good haul? Good haul. Alright, Perry, I need you a little closer. Thank you. Okay. We're gonna try... Well, okay, I guess we did it. I was gonna say, we were gonna try to not fill ourselves up quite as much. on that load. That way we could actually walk over to Perry. That was not a problem. Okay. And Perry, how are you doing on weight? We might have to drop... Let's drop that just to be safe. We want to load him up with no more than like 750 pounds. I think if we did too much more, he would slow us down. Drop. If we're lucky, we might also find a little more crystal here. There was an evolved. So hopefully there is the same here. Alright, we are doing decent. We got maybe 100 and something pounds we can put on Perry safely. And then we might be okay. We need to see how much Carl can carry. Carl can carry a little bit, not a ton. Okay, let's go ahead, do that. No running right now. We're gonna go ahead and move up the mountain, see if we can find... So 730. Let's leave that there. That is 315. Ingots. So that is actually pretty good. Now, how much can we hold here? Not a ton. Let's go ahead and pump it into weight. Wait, why do you have food? Oh, the Paleo stole it, that's why. Can we find some crystal? Metal, yes. Crystal, though, would be phenomenal. We only found a little bit in that... I can't remember what it was. Where did we find it? Loot drop. Okay. We gotta find our raft because it did not mark it. Override height. Okay. There we go. What is down this way? Okay. Well, I want to try to find 1 or 2 crystal nodes before we leave, but this terrain is just so much more full than it was on Ascended. Or sorry, Evolved. It's hard to find anything. It's just nuts. Okay. Well, Perry, are you able to follow us here? We're gonna find our way to you. What's that? Blue... That's blue ob. Okay, not a crystal. Are you gonna be slow? Don't be slow, okay? Let's go ahead and try to make our way down the mountain. We are walking faster than Perry. Perry's not walking at all. Come on, get off the rock. There we go. Okay, so now it's becoming daytime. think Perry needs some help. Let's go ahead and try to take some weight off of him. Let's go ahead, transfer. Let's go ahead and split this in half. Transfer that, split in half again. Okay, let's go ahead and do one more. So now you should be able to move a little bit better. Carno should be able to move okay. And let's try to make it to our... Come on, what are you doing? Try to take down some of these, just so we can see a little bit better. Of course, they stay there forever. I kind of like it, I kind of don't. I like that it falls because it's more immersive, but then it just takes a while to disappear. Alright, Perry, you going to be able to follow down the hill? Yeah, you're doing better now. I wonder if we should make a second run. I feel like I should. What is that? Is that just a dillo? Okay. Sorry, I can't see when that happens either. Let's go around the rocks. Okay. We are hitting daylight, which is very, very helpful. Stupid plant. Okay. I think I will. I think I want to go ahead and do one more load. Just so that we have it. I would hate to not have it. Metal. On all. Done. Okay. Alright, another run. Let's see what we can do. Who's attacking you? I couldn't even tell if I was hitting the little compy there. Alright, keep up. Here we go. Let's go ahead and try to break some of these down on our way up. That'll make our return trip hopefully easier. And now that it's daylight, let's also try again for some crystal. Crystal would be very, very helpful to us because I think the pantry does require a little bit of crystal. Alright, let's do this one. Okay, not a ton. That's okay. What is going on here? Why do you guys do this? Okay, this is much easier to see now. Okay, we've got a node here for metal. Ooh, we could bring back like 1,000. We could have 500 metal ingots. That would be pretty cool. Okay, let's drop those stones. Very good. We've got a level, so let's go ahead. Let's start doing a little bit of stamina. We'll kind of bounce back and forth between health and stamina. Alright, we're looking for metal and crystal. Let's go ahead and take down a tree or two. Maybe that will make some a little more visible. I think I just saw that might have just been some sunlight getting through the trees, which really well done graphics wise. I think I want this tree out here. Now I just need them to fade away. Why is Perry not moving? Did this already grow back? Oh, there's a metal node. Very good. Take care of this. Collect the node. Ooh, a nice, good, solid one. 150, 163. One of the better ones. All right, Perry. How are you doing? You've got another 370, so we're already up to 1100 metal. Let's call it there. Yep, let's call it. Raft is straight ahead. I do wonder, question for everybody. Do you know where I can adjust the pull it distance? Because ideally, I would be able to pull from the raft. But I'm not sure I can pull quite that far. Perry, you're doing okay. If I can pull from the raft, that just makes our job way easier, and we don't have to haul this all upstairs or up the hill. There you are. So we're going to give it a try. We are going to load Perry up with what he can carry, and we'll carry what we can. We'll leave the rest on the raft. But the hope is we'll be able to pull what's left. And so that'll take a minute or two. Okay, off we go. Let's go, Perry. We don't need you to follow. All right. Home. We will need crystal, though, because I know we'll get the storage set up today. That's not a big concern. Oh, we can delete this one now. And delete. Okay. Obviously the raft isn't there anymore. Alright. Let's try to get home. This is going to take just a couple minutes to do. So, what we're going to do is we're going to add a couple wood foundations on the back side of the house. I also put a feeding trough there for the animals so that they can eat and I don't have to make sure they have food on them. I can just put all the extra food there. Is that the lead? Yep. That is awful. And it's an alpha. Oh, crap. Oh. Okay. Now it's just going to be survival. I don't know what to do with that. Okay, you guys. I'm going to call it a day right there. Don't know what I'm going to do. Don't know what I'm going to do. That was a bummer. That's never actually happened to me. So, when we figure it out, I'm going to go ahead and line this wall with the foundations, put a little thatch thing over it so it looks like it's covered, and this will be where we put our visual storage. But I got to figure out what to do because that's a bummer. Like it, subscribe, leave a comment. What is it? F in chats for farewells or something. Keep reading your Bibles, you guys. Have a good one. Bye.